Chapter 1, Introduction. First off, congratulations on deciding to take the PSM-1 certification exam. This certification will validate you as a Professional Scrum Master. However, before you can claim this title, you must first prepare and study for the PSM-1 certification exam. The purpose of this crash course is to provide you with a comprehensive introduction to Agile and Scrum. This course is very intense and will require 100% of your focus and willingness to review and reflect on what you learned in order for you to be prepared and pass the exam. This course will cover the Agile and Scrum basics, such as the waterfall versus Agile software methodology, the main Agile frameworks, the 12 principles of Agile, the goal of time boxes, sprints, the daily Scrum, the effectiveness of Scrum, and much, much more. In an ever-changing technological world, having an understanding of Agile and Scrum as a whole will make you even more qualified to handle projects in this field. Who is this course for? This course is aimed at those who are about to take the PSM-1 examination, as well as those who have already taken the exam but failed to achieve certification. Some of you may already have a basic understanding of the Agile methodology and Scrum framework, but the information presented here will provide you with a useful recap so you can polish your skills concerning the topic. Furthermore, this course can be beneficial to those of you who are considering a career in this field and would like to get a basic breakdown on the topic. For example, when you hear the words Agile Scrum together, you might think it is referring to one topic and that both terms mean the same thing. Well, that's where you're wrong. Agile, or Agile software development to be particular, refers to a collective term for working and developing software based on a set of values and principles, which has become the norm for those in the software industry. Nyack and Jenkins, 2019. On the other hand, Scrum is a framework of the Agile software development methodology, and it focuses on creating high-quality software in a short period of time. Kernia, Verdiana, and Werberama, 2018. As you can see, Agile and Scrum are totally two different things. But don't fret, as the following chapters will cover both sides of the spectrum. Preparing for certification. Now that you have a brief understanding of the differences between Agile and Scrum, let's take a look at the PSM-1 certification exam. The PSM-1 exam has a total of 80 questions, and you will only have 60 minutes to complete the entire exam and answer the questions correctly. Therefore, we've provided exercises at the end of each chapter to test your understanding of the subject and provide you with the practice you need to be prepared. You can add an additional challenge to the exercises by setting a 45-second timer to answer each question separately. This will prepare you for when you take the real exam and make sure you work quickly enough when answering questions. The minimum passing score for the exam is 85%. But this course is not aiming to meet the minimum, although it's still good, but to help you get 90 to 100% on the first try. Chapter 2, Agile Basics. Since the recent advancements in technology, Agile development has become the new framework for developing high-quality software. What is the reason, you might ask? Well, Agile development is based on the idea that when a project is managed by a disciplined group of people working together, the project is likely to be of high quality. Because of this methodology, technology companies such as IBM, Google, Apple, and 3M have adopted the model into their software building process. Barcelos and Silva, 2020, Kernia et al., 2018. Not only does using the Agile process make it easier for tech companies to plan projects, but it also makes it easier to build effective software and electronics according to the customer's specifications. As a professional engineer and developer, it is important for you to understand the additive and iterative phases that you will experience while using the Agile development method. It is a continuous process of improving the software and seeking the feedback of customers to reach the final point in the software development process. Barcelos and Silva, 2020. Agile may seem like a complicated process, but once you have an understanding of the method, it will come as second nature. In fact, some organizations avoid using the Agile development process due to issues that arise with management and organizational culture, employee work relationship, adapting or changing from a process-centric development to feature drive, and suitable technologies due to availability. Barcelos and Silva, 2020. Thus, not everyone agrees with the method, but because of its effectiveness in software development, many companies are adapting the different methodologies surrounding Agile, which we will be discussing later on. History of Agile. To fully understand Agile, you must first understand the history behind the method. The Agile development process was first introduced by William Royce in 1970, Alexander, 2018. Royce published a paper on the Agile method for developing larger types of software systems, which garnered mass attention from the technology industry. Royce's paper simply explained how Agile can be utilized in technology based on old and new methods, including the waterfall method. The reason Royce wrote this paper is because during the time around the 1970s to the 1980s, computers and software were coming into existence. Varhol, 2015. However, the process or system that was in place did not provide developers with the freedom or flexibility to work on these development projects quickly and effectively. Royce defined the Agile methodology to offer a better system and method in which developers could be used as a principle in their working field. Even the aerospace industry was having issues with the current system. In fact, it was predicted at that time that it would take 20 or more years for a new system to go into use. For example, the Space Shuttle program launched in operation in 1982. However, they already had the data ready back in the 1960s, but didn't have the proper system to put it into place earlier. Then, around the 1990s, things got even worse as PCs were now operating in households and companies were moving faster. However, the software development system was too slow, which led to many projects being canceled halfway through the process, and the ones that were completed were not able to meet the business's needs. Varhol, 2015. Joe Kern was an aerospace engineer in the 1990s, was fed up with the system and the long times that it was taking to get a project moving forward or to make a decision. He would later join a group who were working to fix this system. Varhol, 2015. This group would come to be known as the 17 Software Thought Leaders, who changed the game of building software, and John Kern was one of them. Although Royce's paper made big waves in the technology community, the term was not fully defined. As the year 2001 approached, the 17 software developers introduced the Agile Manifesto, Alexander 2018, Saha 2019. The developers wanted to create a proper combination of the Agile methodology based on old and new ideas, which would help future developers to effectively develop their product. After countless discussions and a lot of research, the 17 software developers created a set of principles and values that comprise the Agile Manifesto. The manifesto describes Agile as a mindset rather than a methodology. Saha 2019. It serves as a guide for developers and engineers to become Agile thinkers and performers when working on various projects. Nonetheless, with any type of change or implementation of a new program, there is likely to be disagreements. The Agile Manifesto received some backlash because some people thought that this new methodology was criticizing the other methodologies that came before it. Varhol, 2015. However, that was far from what John Kern and the other 16 software developers were trying to do. They wanted to offer software developers, in this case, the opportunity to use a method or approach that works for them. However, looking at it today, the Agile methodology has grown and improved over the years. One of the major benefits of the Agile method is that it has helped improve the rapidity of the software development system. Moreover, it allows developers to identify issues or new insights into the development of a product. Alexander, 2018. They can also make adjustments and do a 360 turnaround on the project to remove any defects or malfunctions due to bad programming. Furthermore, in the past, the developers took years to finish one project. The Agile methodology provides a way for the developers and teams to deliver a greater product in a faster manner. Alexander, 2018. This is based on short but effective iterative, interactive meetings and sprints. The Agile method can help companies with processing volumes of information and finding a perfect methodological alignment. The biggest pro of the Agile methodology is that it offers more rapid solutions. The developers will never again run into issues when making a decision unless they do not follow the principles of the Agile methodology. They are able to minimize waste through the minimization of the resources that are needed and have fast turnarounds that have a lighter framework. They can also optimize development, obtain optimal project control, and faster detection of issues and defects. The negative drawback of the Agile method is that it is not suited for every project. The reason is that Agile may not fit the business setup due to how customers request products, or due to the lack of experience with Agile among the staff. Furthermore, if you have a customer that is not clear about the goals they want the project to attain, then this is going to lead to further fallback in the project. 12 Principles of Agile. The Agile Manifesto contains 12 principles that developers must follow. These principles provide an idea of the type of culture technology companies are building based on the principles they apply among their engineers and developers. Ebby, 2016. Furthermore, the principles focus on welcoming change and making the customers the focus of the developer's reason for building the software. The 12 Principles of Agile Software Development. Number 1. Satisfying the customer's needs by delivering highly valuable software continuously and efficiently. Customers feel a great sense of appreciation when they're able to receive working software regularly, rather than waiting extended periods of time. Alexander, 2018, Ebby, 2016. Thus, meeting their expectations is important. Number 2. Embrace change in the Agile process so that customers have a competitive advantage. Professional Agile Masters should welcome change with no hesitation when a requirement or feature of the software is in need of changes. Number 3. Delivery should always be of high frequency. This principle interrelates with the Scrum process in which the team operates in sprints to deliver quality software on time. Number 4. Stakeholders and developers must work as a team during the development process. The reason is that collaboration with stakeholders and developers leads to better choices and successful software. Number 5. Motivation is key to supporting an Agile environment. As the saying goes, a motivated team is a productive team. Creating an uplifting environment where each member feels energized will lead to better results. Number 6. Information and ideas are better expressed face-to-face. The most efficient way to get an understanding within a group is to communicate face-to-face. This will lead to a better work relationship and trust among team members. Number 7. A high-quality working product leads to returning customers. When the product performs as it should, this creates success within the company. Number 8. Sustainability is achieved through the Agile process. When the stakeholders and developers are able to repeat the process on future projects, this promotes a continuous repetition of pace. Number 9. Agility is enhanced based on attentiveness to the detail and design of the software. Applying the right skills and effective designs leads to the agility to better build products. Number 10. Keep it simple, Scrum. Maintaining a simple idea is enough to complete the process. Number 11. Self-disciplined teams lead to better architectures, requirements, and designs. Thus, having team members who are self-managed can lead to better teamwork. And number 12. Reflect and project. Regularly reflecting on successes and failures can lead to self-improvement, improved skills, and better techniques to work effectively. Alexander 2018, Ebby 2016. When developers are able to align themselves to these principles, this leads to a better outcome for the project. Moreover, the customers can enjoy the benefits of the Agile development methodology since it provides them with high-quality technology or software. This was the goal the 17 developers had in mind upon creating the Agile Manifesto. However, besides the 12 principles that make up the Agile Manifesto, there are 4 foundational values that focus on the Agile development process. These values are also connected to each of the Agile methodologies, which guides the creation of high-quality software. Those 4 values are based on 1. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Placing value on individuals rather than processes and tools is common sense because individuals are the ones who provide the monetary needs to companies in the development process, Ebby 2016. Therefore, valuing the individual needs in communication or interaction can be beneficial to processes and tools. 2. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Before the Agile method was set in place, developers and technicians spent countless hours documenting specifications, development, prospectus, and design without focusing on the development of the software.